Good morning, traders. Today is Friday, June 6th. I can't believe I'm saying June 6th. It's already almost halfway through the year. And my name is Joseph. I'm with Smart Money Traders. Today we're going to be looking at the markets together. Today we're starting the stream a little earlier than usual because we got non-farm payroll in about 9 minutes. It's 8:20, a little less than 9 minutes. We have non-farm payroll here that we're going to be looking at together. So with that said, let me just say this stream is for educational purposes only. This is not a recommendation to buy or sell any futures contract or forex contracts. This is just me talking about my or how I see the market, and it's not recommendation again. It's not investment advice. So with that said, let's look at the numbers that we expect here at non-farm payroll. I think let me move this over here, which is a Forex Factory. I started my trading journey trading Forex, and I still do trade Forex a little bit, but mainly nowadays I trade futures. So let's just say this is looking like we're having 7 minutes here to the news. So we're having some expectations. Sure, it's a little less than we expect the previous time for the change of number of jobs here. It's a little less than previously expected. Let me just move this out the way. Move this over here. Get a new tab for here. So on Mondays and Fridays, I'm here talking about the market. And on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I trade in a private environment where we don't have any delays. Yeah, on YouTube you probably have a 2 or 3 second delay, which is not bad. I've seen delays in YouTube as high as 18, 19 seconds, and then trading 18, 19 seconds an eternity. Even in 1 second could be an eternity, depends on what market you're trading. And also, markets sometimes just jump up and down. So with that said, all right, so sorry, I was thinking out loud almost here. I was looking at the NQ, my other screen here, and it's just a little, NQ can be a little wild. So about 5 minutes to the news. See how things are reacting here. Looking at ES right now, S&P 500 futures, we're bumping our head against this resistance. Sure, last night, at about this time here, we had a resistance here, thinking, hey, we could be going lower, but we broke it. We go higher, went higher. Now, if you guys remember, this was, I think, June 5th, which is 2 days ago on Wednesday. We had that range bond market. I think it was Tuesday. We have a range bond market on Tuesday. Couldn't get past 6,000. And then overnight, which was yesterday morning, we had, we had this kind of movement where we really range. Then we explode to the upside. Then I think that was some news right here. That was the job claims at 8:30. And then we sold off from there. I think Trump spoke right around 11:30, 12 o'clock yesterday. And we get this kind of movement here. So with that said, it looks like we had resistance. So when the number does come out, let me put this on a different screen so I can see the reaction. So when I have to put something else. It's about a minute left to the number come out. So we're definitely gonna see some fireworks today. We don't trade the news. I don't trade the news, but it's good to know. I wanted to do the stream so we can see live, how they reacted to the news here. About 35 seconds. So any moment here, we're going to see some kind of reaction, explosion here to the upside or downside. So let's see. There you go. We got this. Right before the numbers come out here, we see a little bit of selling coming into the market. Okay, there's the push up. They're pushing this market higher. So the numbers are a little better as far as if you can look at here. This is a little better. And unemployment rate stayed the same. So really, when you look at this market was looking for a reason to earnings higher. So we're looking this market to go higher here. We get to that close to that 6,000 level. Nothing happened there. So all in all, those numbers are better than expected. The unemployment rate stayed the same. Added more jobs than expected. It's a little less than the previous one. Hourly rate, hourly earnings, average hourly earnings month over month is a little better from the previous one, and the forecast is even better than the forecast. So I think today, this market being bullish is where we should definitely look to trade to the long side today based on the news here. I think we're going to conquer 6,000. Yesterday, the news from the job claims, we got to 16. So today here, we're going to be looking at going higher. Well, how we're going to trade this? As you can see here, we had a little box going on. Here with, let's put a rectangle here. So this is a big box going on here. So this probably going to be support. Going forward here. So we're going to look at this as a way to probably executing buys on this side. And Q probably went up as well. I'll turn off some notifications here. Okay, so yeah, market is bullish at the moment. Same scenario with NQ. If you trade NQ here, we're looking at, and if you're on YouTube, thank you for being here. Hey, we had a range here going on from 1:30 a.m. until we break the range. So coming back to this is definitely very likely here. So we may definitely come back to here. That's a range we got to look at between 21,700 here or something. We gotta definitely look at and see if we can execute a buy from here. If you trade NQ, this is where I would try to look for buy. Now this market is a pullback is definitely likely, especially at the open. Again, we don't trade until after at least 5 minutes into the market. And today we might give it more room, more time to settle because we don't, because of the news, ESYM. Same scenario, not as much. The YM is not as much as, let me put this level here. So this range is right here. I'm not sure what's going on with my drawing tool. Yes, last night I was trying to put a zone here too, and then Ninja froze. It's kind of crazy how, I'm not sure, I might have to look for a different platform than Ninja. I realize my primary platform because this is ridiculous. Ninja freezes for no reason nowadays. I'm just putting like a bar here and then it just froze. So with that said, I'm gonna have to restart Ninja. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. No, this is just me. I want to turn this off. Sorry about that. Let me just restart Ninja right now. So please bear with me while I restart NinjaTrader. Just be another minute here until I can get Ninja started. It's getting to the point it's going to be going forward. It's going to be the platform I primarily use here because it freezes for no reason. Apparently no reason. There's always a reason, but okay, almost there. For your patience. Okay, while we're waiting for Ninja to get started again, I'm going to share my screen again here. So I had to restart Ninja. So let's see what 25 says. The situation expected. I'm looking at this market here. I'm trying to buy this. Today being Friday, we're going to be a little less aggressive. We're going to play more conservative here where we trade maybe one contract, in some cases macros. So that's the name of the game here. You gotta do risk management. That's the most important thing in trading, or at least one of the most important things in trading, because trading is like, I've heard trading being referred as like a three-legged stool. You need all three legs to stand on. Your method, your method, how you trade, your strategy, whatever you want to call it. Also your risk management, and then your psychology. And it affects, everything kind of affects each other. Because if you don't have the right method, I mean, if you have an edge, that's going to be a problem because, you know, if your method is no good, no matter how good your psychology or risk management is, eventually you're going to be, you know, you're going to be going bankrupt. You're going to run out of money. Now, if your method is good, it's going to help your psychology because now you're going to trade with confidence and knowing that, hey, you know, I have a chance. There's a guarantee you'll have a chance to make it in this market. So here we're looking at this market going higher today. LE is not open yet, which is a market that we've been trading lately. I think this is what I wanted to. I think I was doing something on YM before NQ. So before I do anything, let me go and save this workspace because if I don't, any change I make will be lost. About 45 minutes, we're gonna have the market open, and we're seeing LE yesterday put a big number here. Gap up, never came back. Actually, we had a couple of shorts on LE. One of them was a winner, and the other one was break-even trade. So even in the rising market, if you time your entry right, I'm not saying, hey, that's what you should do every time, go against grain, but this market, you can make money either way, you know, long or short. So let me know where you're watching from. I see you on YouTube and how things are going for you, what your plan for the day. As far as trading, what markets do you trade? So right now, yeah, when we look at live cattle yesterday on the 30-minute chart, it's a straight up chart. If you just buy at the open, easier said than done. You just held on. You really had not much heat. If you keep moving your stop below the previous candle, 1, 2, you know, it's like never made a new low. So yesterday you had an opportunity to capture from the open till the close. You're looking at about 155 ticks, which is very significant. It's like almost double than the regular range. So today being Friday, I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback here. I think we're almost at all-time highs here. Let me double check. Let me do it because I know that we had that all-time highs on this not too long ago, maybe last month. I think it was May or I think 214 and change was the all-time high. So we clearly broke that yesterday. This is the daily chart, and so right now, when we look at this on a daily, also, I'm afraid of drawing things on the Ninja now. The daily, we got this top. We do a measured move, so we just got to that measured move 3 days ago, and then that's why we had that. I think that's why we helped having that negative day, which was Wednesday. No, not Wednesday, which was Tuesday, and then now we're pushing higher. So how we're gonna trade today is, we're gonna see, how this market may keep going higher here. Will they come and close this gap? That's a big question here. There's a big gap right here. Are they gonna come and close it? And Friday, being Friday, people that bought on Tuesday here, they may want to come and cover the position. Get out of the position here. So it'd be interesting to see. Here what we do on live cattle today. We're looking at definitely some major movement here. So let's go back to 30 minutes. 30-minute chart here on live cattle to add some more data here for the last 20 days. Yes, so definitely it's looking very, very bullish, extended. So at this point, we may want to take a look and go to the, very bullish. So hopefully it comes back and fill some of those gaps here. If not, gap up yesterday. Let me see, 32.5 to was almost a full point of the gap from yesterday. So you may see MACD at the bottom of my chart. I don't really use MACD the traditional way. I look at it more like for divergence. Here we're looking at, what was the last time we had like a MACD divergence? Probably right here. Yeah, right here. As you can see here, we had a higher high from here to here, but from here to there was lower. As you can see, MACD was going lower. So that candle printed. That was a nice time to go short. I think that happened maybe Tuesday, the 27th. Yeah, I remember this big sell-off. I remember selling at almost at the open, and I grabbed 29 ticks, and then after that, the whole hell broke loose. That was based on the false rumor, some false news about some kind of worms going around, and that's dangerous to the cattle population or something like that. Don't quote me on this. I'm more like a technical trader. I try to keep a little bit of abreast of what's going on with those markets, especially if you're trading. If you're not trading, if you're trading ags or meats, anything that physical products, it's usually good to have a sense of what's happening, what's actually happening on the ground. So I have a little bit of a sense of what's happening. Not an expert. I started trading cattle really back in February when we had, with tariffs and everything else going on. So the indices were really, really not tradable. That's why I started to take a look at cattle. Another market I used to look at is ZS, which is soybeans. We may start looking at that again. I think soybeans was down yesterday. Overnight, it was down. Soybeans was the market that trades in different time. Like I think right now there might be soybeans going on. Yeah, I think they might be closed. They're gonna be reopen at 9:30, like the regular market opens. So yesterday we had a nice move up from the open here. Moved a little slower than, but some money can be made here. Let's look at feeder cattle, which is the feeder cattle and live cattle kind of move the same. Just the difference is live cattle, we got 10 ticks, $10 a tick, and feeder cattle is $12.50, so 25% more. So as you can see, it's almost the same chart as live cattle here. We're making all-time highs on feeder cattle. And yesterday, once again, I mean, it was pretty. YouTube, if you're on YouTube, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we have a trade room on Shrimper.com in partnership with Shrimper.com. We do a live stream, and Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, we're not on YouTube, we're on that. One of the reasons, again, YouTube has a little lag. So if you want to follow us other than Monday or Friday, you can go to Shrimper.com and go to community link, and you'll see the link. As a matter of fact, let me go here and show you how to get there. Go to community and click on Trade Room Smart Money Live Stream. So we do that Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. So we're gonna go over there now. We're gonna still stay on YouTube, but just know, we're gonna go over there at the same time. So also you can also join the Discord. And the Discord, I do share my my recap for the day every time that I trade, my reasoning behind my trades, and you can ask questions. Just build a community. So again, Trevor.com. Click on community, and it'll take you to the WebEx app, which you can download on your computer, or if you're watching from your phone, you can do the same. So if I actually open WebEx, I'm not gonna say open WebEx because it's already open for me, but we can join from the browser, or we can download that. That's it. We're gonna join the meeting here on Shrimper.com. So you're gonna probably hear me greet some people in the room. There's already one person there. Hey, good morning, Victor. So if you hear me kind of talking to people, it's probably I'm talking to people in that room. Good morning. Yeah, I was just explaining to YouTube. I have a live stream going on YouTube as well. We have a room on Tremper.com/community. Just Tremper.com, click on community, you'll be able to access the room. So the numbers came out this morning, better than expected. So we're looking to this market. It looks like it wants to go higher. If it wants to go higher, we want to go higher with it. But I think we're probably going to get some retracement eventually. Look at ES again here. ES still kind of holding up. Not much of it. I think he retraced a little bit, but not too much. So going higher here is going to be the direction. I think I put a box over here earlier saying we might come back to this range here between 75 and 62. Yeah. And 62. And this is when my Ninja kind of froze. No, it froze when I was doing, it froze when I was putting a zone on YM. Which when I attempt to do again, this is taking off a long time to print. Alright, so I'm gonna copy this, paste it, and move it higher. Yeah, we got a little zone right here, which was support and became resistance here when they hit it. So it was support last night or this morning at 7:30. We hit that zone again. So as you can see, the market has a memory. When things happen in the past, in the future, you should expect those levels to be at least acknowledged, respected. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Just realized I wasn't sharing my screen on. There you go. I'm sharing now. So I was saying that we're looking to go high. It's 9 o'clock on the dot. So we should expect this market maybe to attack this high, but I would wait for a pullback here. Wait for a pullback. Move this up. This is on right here. Don't tell me this. This is now Ninja's gonna freeze again. This is too much. Oh, just froze. Nothing happened. Can't go to any other. What? Nothing's happening. Ninja just froze again. Yeah. So that means I'm gonna have to restart Ninja again. This can't be. Plenty of memory. My CPU is not. I'm not sure this. Must be something with Ninja itself. Let me see what version of Ninja that is. That's the only explanation. Okay, can't even get to the. Everything is frozen. Right. Ninja again. It's really crazy. I look at what version of Ninja that I have because it must be a bug somewhere. Because every time I try to draw something on there, it gives me some kind of bug here. There's some kind of bug in Ninja. I gotta look at what's the current version and what do I have, because must be something in there. I realize every time I try to draw something, that's when it happens. Especially when I'm trying to draw like a zone, like a horizontal support and resistance zone. Hey, good morning, Will. Morning, Gus. Numbers came out again this morning while we're having Ninja loading here. Ninjas keep giving. That's the second time so far in the stream that we started Ninja, so we're gonna let it load in the background. But looking at the numbers, everything looks better than expected. So we're looking to buy this market this morning, but we gotta wait for a pullback. So we look at live cattle. I'm not sure if you were here when I was talking about live cattle. Let's see. We're definitely looking to see if I think we might be going higher. Oh, good morning, Steve. Good morning. I didn't reduce my workspace considerably because today being Friday, again, we're going to probably trade a little less conservative as far as the size that we trade today, being Non-Farm Payroll. Typically, we start trading with LE. Look at LE the first 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we usually try to take a trade. If there's a setup, of course. Then we can transition to the indices. So if you're on YouTube, you're looking at my blue screen right now, is because NinjaTrader is acting up. NinjaTrader is acting up right now. That's the second time I'm restarting it. So in the meantime, let's look for any news here. Also, you know what? Let me look at the pre-market on the major stocks. That'll give us also an indication. I mean, I think we already know the direction here this market may want to go this morning, which is higher. But without a pullback, we probably wouldn't want to wait for a pullback. Apple is up pre-market. Amazon is up pre-market. Broadcom down. Bitcoin is up at the moment. CD is up. Caterpillar is up. John Deere is up quite a bit actually. 1.9%. Yes, delay. That's Ethereum. So we're in a risk on environment today. So it looks like that's where we're heading here. Meta way higher. So today is one of those days that could be tough to trade in the sense that we all know where the market may be going, but timing wise, we gotta really work on the timing because US is down. Timing will be important, like everyday timing is important, but on a day like today, we can have volatility. Nvidia is up higher, and everything is really pointing higher. QQQ. So with that news here, everything is already pointing higher. So at the beginning of the market, we should expect some kind of sell-off. People taking the profit. So the VIX is lower. So that means people are feeling really good. The VIX is like the fear index. So people are not fearful at the moment. They feel good about where things are heading. Verizon, just kind of unchanged. Ripple. So let's see what the Ninja is doing here. See, nothing's happening with Ninja. Something is going on. Look at this. I mean, I only have 2 windows open. I got 20 minutes to get this situated here. Yeah, see, it wasn't loading at all. Only 4 megabytes. I know this is not what you came here to see, but that's what we're dealing with right now. Let's see. Let's try this again. In the meantime, any comments, questions, please let me know in the chat. You guys think about the numbers that came out. What's your game plan for today? All right, let's move this out of the way. So all in all here, we're looking to buy this market today. Yeah, that seems to be the theme here on a Friday. Okay, because I'm gonna look and see what version of Ninja I have. I may have to go to my screen over here, log into my NinjaTrader account, and see what version do I have here. Because if I don't have the latest one, I'm gonna have to quickly install it here because we don't want this to be a problem at 9:30. We don't have much time left here. This is another tool that I use called Financial Juice. Yeah, 1.5. That's what I thought. So let me look on my help over here and see what do I have. I got 1.4 over here. All right, let's go. All right, if that's the case, I'm gonna log into my Ninja and get that latest file here. I'm gonna download this because every time I try to draw something, especially like a zone, always on the zone, it gives me that it just freezes on me. So hopefully the new version will help. Let's see if I can. So that's on my load. Can't trade like this. All right, so I'll go to Telegram. That's where I have my let's see, downloads. Type on desktop. Now let's quickly install the new version of Ninja here and see if that's gonna solve some of these issues because lately, sure what got into Ninja, but it's definitely not doing. That'll solve some of the issues. I'm not sure if you guys were in the stream already, but I was saying that I may need to find it like an alternative to Ninja as my major charting platform. Some of the accounts that I'm trading, I can trade them on TradingView. Be something I look into and buy. I don't have the paid version of TradingView because I have the lifetime license for Ninja, so that doesn't make any sense for me to get TradingView on the paid version, but I gotta do something because Ninja has really been very unreliable lately. A lot of things just it's freezing for no reason, and I know I do have a good amount of charts open, but should be able to handle that. The charts are loading up right now, so we're gonna wait for that. In the meantime, any questions? I don't know if let me go to the chat. Oh yeah. Okay. So we have the latest version now, so that's something we gotta. So we're still pushing higher here. All right, I'm gonna let my charts load before I put this down here. Before I try to connect to data. All right, let's move this up here. Participants here. Darky, good morning. If you just came in, we're just experiencing some platform issues here we're trying to deal with. So again, this market looks like he wants to go higher today. What he wants to do, that's what we're going to do with it. 10 minutes to the market. 10 minutes. So we definitely should expect some kind of pullback here. Yeah, got the YM at the middle here at the bottom. I'm afraid of clicking any one Ninja now so it doesn't freeze on me. Here we get basically this is like a not correlate, yeah, kind of correlation, but showing you the strength of the different markets. So as you can see right now, RTY is the stronger one. Second is NQ. YM. Gold is weak right now. If we want to be, and also we got CL going higher. So the one way that I use this tool is if all of them are kind of heading the same way. If I'm gonna be buying, I'll probably buy the stronger one, but with a pullback. Or another way to look at it, you could look at the weaker one and say, hey, maybe it'll catch up. Like YM right now is the weakest out of the four, but still kind of like right now we're seeing some selling right now. They're curving to the downside, so they're doing this at the same time. So instead with that, I think I'm gonna duplicate this here and put ADD here. Fixes. Obviously, the other decline is gonna give you. It's gonna give you a stop at 4 o'clock, so that's why we don't see no data here. But at 9:30, it's gonna start again. So then we're gonna see the perspective from both sides. So for overnight, how things been going since the 9:30 open. So that's it here. Let me save this, because every little change that you make in Ninja, you gotta save it. Otherwise, you're gonna lose it. Let's see. The days I have loading here should be enough. In the meantime, let's look at ES since it's open. Again, we should expect some kind of pullback, but we never know with this market. It may just keep going higher. LE here, we're gonna look at what chart can I actually close here that I'm not using much of. Yes, we do use that. With the column and make sure that it connects and copy the YM as well. If we take a YM trade and then LE ready here, copy the ATM as well. Again, a pullback is very likely here. 3 minutes to the market. This is not working. Today being Friday, we're gonna trade one contract. I think if we even less than 2 minutes, this out the way here. The other screen. Once again, should see a pullback here, some kind of pullback. Ideally at the beginning here. So I got the right account selected here. See definitely some speed coming here. It's 9:30, market open. Once again, seeing some kind of sell off here would definitely make sense. Well, we did say for LE we would probably see some kind of push higher, possibly higher, because LE doesn't. It's already much higher here. So we're looking at LE at the bottom right. Looks like it wants to go. ADD is much higher as expected. I put this in a 30-second chart. LE here, we could see a push down. Do we have this here? We're gonna give it the time to settle before we make a decision here on LE. But again, Friday market is kind of extended. Short on LE could be in order, but we gotta wait and see how the market reacts to. Because right now almost sequential. I think they may try to come back and close this gap. So right now, it's just ranging on the bar chart, on the 10 range chart. At least one of the rare markets we probably would take a position in the first 5 minutes. So keeping an eye on it here. So move lower here. Definitely can happen. Let me see on YouTube. It's a big fight going on here. I think early here we might be in for a down move. So if we were to go short here at 60, stop would be at 90, which is about 12 ticks. Looks like it wants to go lower here. Or could this be just they're trying to close the gap here and go higher? Definitely not going to be chasing the short here. The short was at 60. Oh, they keep pushing this market higher here on the indices. And be careful on this pivot on ES. Could be a way to bring it back down here. Because we move so much slower here. If we get to 1690, 217 definitely could serve as a support here. So we may see like a bounce in this area. And if we see it, yeah, we're getting a little bit bounce here. What I'd like to see, honestly, is, yeah, it's a pretty good buying here. It's probably a retest already below VWAP here. Or could we just go to VWAP and turn around again? So we just got to be patient today and wait for this 1770 area again, which is that breakout area that happens here. So let's see. On YouTube, good morning, Joseph. Good morning. So we just gotta wait for Ellie here to show its hands a little more. They attempted to close the gap, and right now they're going higher. But again, if we do trade Ellie here, it'll be one contract, and we're gonna be looking for. So right now, what would be at resistance again. Let's see if they get to VWAP and turn around. I'd like to see them get to 70 if they get there and see how it reacts. And 70 also is that zone, the resistance zone here. So for some reason here we may think this market may go lower, but let's wait and see. In the meantime, let's go to 30 minutes decision candle. Let's look at YM here. Let's get a little bit of selling, but all right. So we're seeing a turnaround here on L. Could this be it? Could this be it? We're gonna see a retest at. Oh wait, market's going higher. It's after 9:35. Buying YM here would be really kind of buying YM here is definitely you buying high. All right, Ellie wants to go lower here, and that's the low of the day. Selling here, it's too close to the low of the day. Let's see what they do with that. Are they gonna break it for a second and go higher? If we get a bar higher here, we may try to go long at 37.5. So they're trying to could go either here at 37.5. If we get there, our stop obviously will be below here. Let's see if we can move this out the way and put the right account on here. Let's see. Well, let's see how this goes here. Okay, we wanted to short 60. But it kind of ran away from us. So we came back here. But if we can go higher here, we'll take that. We may not get filled at all here. 22.5. If we keep going lower here, we're gonna, yeah. So that means we'll cancel this order here to go long. Because right now we're riding. I'm gonna go short because then it didn't make it to the VWAP. I wanted to go to the VWAP, and sometimes market's not gonna do what you expect them to do. You know, like right now. And this is to me they're very very over kind of extended to the upside here. We're gonna be playing with that. So let's go back to LE here and look at the big picture. So in 9:42, we got plenty of time. Anybody got in the short here for LE? Hindsight, everything looks really like, oh yeah, this is really great. Messed up. For LE here, we're already at, as far as range for the day, we're already at 78. So we're already at 78. So let's see. I think if we get to 216.05 here, or could this be the push higher here on LE? We really we more than close the gap. So them going and try to get those sellers here. And the sellers from up here, it's a possibility. All right, that's a little fight here. Oh, 72.5 could be a place we go long. Again, it'll be, I think we're gonna 72.5. So we got fill here. Let's see, 72.5. We're gonna trail a little more aggressively today. Today being a Friday, we're gonna trade by the dots here. So I'm already like only risking 4 ticks. So, and we're going for 40 ticks up there. Technically, I could move to break even here almost, but we're gonna just leave it at 4 ticks right now. Just risking $40. Let's see. We may get taken out here, but at least we reduce our risk from 21 ticks to 4. So that's all we wanna do. Mainly in trading, it's controlling your risk first and worry about the profits later. Yeah, looks like we might get taken out here, but it'll be very minimal. It'll be a minimal loss if we were to get taken out here. When you think about conservative stop, would probably be at below the low, but we're almost like I don't like to say that term, but almost like we're trying to pick a bottom here. We may get 2 more ticks. Let's give it 2 more ticks here at 57.5. Give it 2 more ticks at 57.5 because 60 was the point of control in the 10 range for that bar. So get 6 ticks. From 21 to 6. That's not a bad thing. So here, we don't want to get tagged out. So we know that here we'll get some kind of fight. So if they can take out 217, they can get above 217 here. I think we might be moving higher. Higher today right now is 218.27.5. So we can even Say, can we go to the high of the day? Above 217 here. I think we might be going higher. But let's see, we're only risking 6 ticks at the moment. That's the beauty of this. 6 ticks to make more than 50. So that's a pretty good risk reward here. About 56. Let's see how this goes here. The buyers might step in here again. They more than closed the gap, so that's behind us. So let's see if they're gonna be pushing it higher here or pushing it lower. And if they push it lower, it'll be a very minimal loss in 6 ticks. Okay, see, so the chart. It's a big back and forth here. So one side's gonna win. And hopefully it's the long side as the buyers here. That's what we're hoping for. All right. They almost got us. Almost got us. We're still not out of the woods yet. Again, above 217. This is where I would feel a little better here with this trade. They got back. The low on this, the last push down here, the low was 60. Exactly 60. So at 62.5, we'll be out of this trade already. You know, for 4 tick loss, but we still may be out for 6 ticks. The way I look at it is like an extra $20. Will that hurt me to see if I can make 560? I think I'll probably take those chances here. Yeah, we might get it might push us out here, and if that happens, we'll consider. Right now, we're hearing we're seeing some selling on YM. So that could be a pullback for us to go along on YM if that doesn't happen. Again, they almost got us to the tick here. So let's see if we can see some kind of push higher here, but doesn't mean that's going to happen here. 1 tick away. See, this market moves at its own pace. Meaning, hey, you can force it. Sometimes it's going to move fast. Sometimes it's going to do this. And when that's happened, just gotta take it. Again, above 217. Hopefully we can see a push higher here, but if not, it is what it is. Well, it's almost to a stop. So again, we did this because this market was going down and we're trying to pick a bottom. So we got one more tick here. If we tick down one more, we're gonna go. Okay, we got stopped out for negative 6 ticks. Hey, that's part of the game here. So I still feel like we may go higher here. That would be a shame if we get tagged out for 1 tick, but that's just the nature of this market sometimes. Now, when you look at this is YM and an LE, a more conservative entry would be. Oh, look at this, they're really kind of playing both sides here. So here we're not clear. We're in that box right now. I'm afraid to just draw anything on Ninja nowadays, but we're in this box between 216 and a half and 55. So we don't want to just try to revenge trade here and say, hey, let's just buy again here. At the moment, we're trying to buy because good thing we had a nice move quickly in our favor. So we're able to reduce our risk to 6 ticks instead of the 21. Let's see. Looks like we're getting some selling here on YM. Hopefully, YM is kind of very overextended here. I don't know. Might see a little bit of buying here. Yeah, let's see. I'd like a deeper pullback here on YM. A deeper pullback on YM here. Could be one of those. YM is ranging right now. Below this range, a short could make sense, but nothing really. All right. So we out of LE. LE is going a little. I've gone a little lower since. A couple of ticks lower. Just gotta wait here and see what. I think YM might be trying to trap some sellers here too. Because if you're trying to sell, because hey, you know what this is really. We already moved 525 points on YM, which is, you know, the average over the last 10 days has been 469, 383 the last 5 days. So here we may see a little bit of pullback on YM here, going short. It's certainly possible, but I would rather try to go long here. So YM is one of the stronger ones. It looks like RTY already kind of going lower. So the green line is RTY since we're open, and we're seeing Alvin's decline kind of make its way lower too. At least kind of still playing around that level that we got out, that they tag us out. So it was only 6 ticks. So we'll take that on one contract. We'll take that every day. My ends in a Y. Right now, YM is kind of ranging above 929. I think we may go We may go higher here, been below 882. We may go, looks like we're buying here again. We may try to buy it here. We're not gonna buy 19. Try to get a little discount here. See if we can get a little discount on YM. Our stop will be, our stop would be at 73. Stop would be at 73, and we're looking for 120 ticks on YM, which would be the next resistance zone here. Okay. I think above 947, we'll be a little quick to move our stop here. Good thing we stayed away from LE. We're trying to buy it again here. It's going lower. So YM here, we're gonna look more aggressive moving our stop, especially on a Friday here. We can get some like a weepy market here. We're gonna give it maybe 93. So we just reduce our risk by 20 ticks. So hopefully we can see them. Ideally here we would like to see a move higher here, but if it's not there, it's not there. Can we see a move higher here? If it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. Yeah, don't like that. So we're gonna come back and get us out. That's okay. This happened. Is that all she wrote here on YM? Are we going higher? Are we going lower to go higher later? Again, remember, I was kind of conflicted as far as going short. This market is a long market. Like I mentioned earlier, timing will be key today. Timing will be key. Are they gonna hit the 900 and bounce? Give it 7 points to find out. If not, we'll be out. So we're doing an advanced decline here. We're going a little higher. So we're risking 26 ticks. This is 130. Okay, we're gonna favor long here. It's just we get tagged out here. This market kind of overextended when you think about it, but they may just keep pressing the gas here. And above 39, probably gonna move to break even. At least move behind the negative. If we get a negative bar, you have to go below 904. So I would probably move my stop up another 11 ticks, teasing us in this zone here. Get to 900, get to 998. So after this, we're gonna try one more trade. If the third trade doesn't work, 3 strikes, we're out. Again, it's very little compared to what we did this week. So far, this is very little as far as losses. So that's why on a Friday we trade lighter. Also, we do the same on the month. So are we gonna survive this trade? We'll see. Again, above 939 here, we'll probably move to break even if we get that opportunity. At the moment, doesn't look like we will, but we might. Unfortunately, we got into this zone here, thinking we were breaking higher because we got to 29. Earlier, I said, hey, if we get above 29, we're gonna try to play it higher, but right now it's not. So let's wait and see. Buyers just trying to step in here. Yeah, got some buying coming in here in this market. So that's gonna make a difference. Okay, the low on this was 95, and our stop was at 93. What are we doing here? Then we gotta clear this top here for us to be interested in moving our stop. It's the thing with trading. Whenever you're trading, you gotta accept the risk before you take the trade. Say, hey, this is the max I'm willing to lose. And then has the trade move in your favor, you move your stop accordingly. Because a lot of times people are trading, but they're trading bigger than they should, and then they have a tight stop, and they got taken out. Like right now, IM clearly is ranging. Thought the range was being broken to the upside, but obviously it wasn't. Again, we got to 939. 939, we may think about moving our stop to break even. But right now, it's premature. It definitely would be premature at the moment, unless we see something that shows another bar up here at 30. Yeah, if we can just get a positive bar here, that's all we need to move our stop to break even. We just need another positive bar here, and we'll be. If we get that. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to manage that here. Selling is coming in here. Again, until they take this low, setup is still kind of valid. Okay, we got taken out. Yeah. Now, do we go short? let's wait and see. Or do we try a long on LE again here? The selling. And also the selling does kind of make sense here too. When you think about it, we may wait for a pullback and go short here. Let's see. When I look at this, I'm looking at, okay, this area here could be an area where they're trying to bounce it. Obviously, we're still on this candle. On this candle is 66. So obviously they would have taken us out at 73. So they would have taken us at 73. So we'll just save $100 right there. So they come back and test this from the other side. Also remember, it's almost 10:30. So initial balance. At the moment, the initial balance high is this at this level here at 42,981. Oh, okay. Thanks, Steve. His transfer was cool to me. So right now we're batting over. Yeah, we may try a short here again on YM. Let's see. Not again, but a short now on YM. Because it looks like that's what they want to go. 80 maybe. Or maybe no. And we'll have a really tight stop. Stop would be probably like at 998. What would be a target? Let's find out. Well, they're buying again. They're buying. But I want part of that. I'm going to cancel this order here. Now, LE trying to go higher. That would be 10 ticks on LE here if we want to buy LE right now. Stop would be below at 45, 47.5. But when I'm looking at this, let's come back to this range. This range here is still resistance. So see if we can set a limit here at 94. Stop would be above at maybe 24. See if we can come back up here and get us short. And coming back together. Cancel that. Let me see the chat. Any questions? No? Okay. Selling is coming in here in this market. Look at ES. This is bouncing up. Back and forth here. This market, the support line. See that little dotted line? That's a mini pivot. They're trying to break it down here. Also, this background tells me there's disagreement between the different time frames here. There's no agreement. All right. So LE. Let's go back on the top left here. Look at LE approaching that resistance level here. Couldn't break. Remember earlier, it couldn't break to 17. Oh, remember we got in at 72. So our stop was at 22. So definitely they would have come and got a stop and then turn it around. It's one of the worst feeling in trading when you get taken out for a loss and then the market turn around. But definitely we did right by getting out. Could the YM be bouncing here? So it's showing that it wants to do. Again, I'm afraid to draw lines right now in this, but let's see if this is gonna be frozen here on me. Oh, yeah. There's something wrong with the Y. Yeah, there's something wrong with this. So every time I try to draw a zone, it just freezes. So this is just what just happened right here. You know? Yeah, there's something wrong. I should have tried that. Yeah, now YM is going higher. Good thing we're gonna try. Even though right now we're looking at we're making lower lows in the smaller bars I'm looking at, lower lows and lower highs. So it could be a little pullback to go short again here. Yeah, see, nothing works now in Ninja. Nothing works. I gotta restart it. This is ridiculous. So there's something going on. I'm gonna have to submit a support ticket with Ninja. There's something going on with that. So every time I'm trying to draw a zone, Ninja freezes. There must be something going on. Yeah, something is going on. YM is going higher. Well, in the meantime, I'm looking at my other screen here. This is 3-minute YM. Really, actually, my chart was covering this, but looking at this here, yeah, going long here is very precarious. At the moment, the initial balance high is this level here, which is 980. So the IB low is this. So we're close to the mid. So we might gun for a little higher here, but we had a pretty big range and overnight here. Yeah, we're going higher. So good thing we didn't try to short this. We didn't get filled. 441 overnight for YM. That's pretty big. Will they test the IBI and go lower? So we don't know. But in the meantime, I'm gonna let Ninja load. Yeah, I think this market is kind of extended and tired for Friday. Seeing a sell-off here could be something that we see. Let's go back to here, that screen here. Some selling right here. They're selling at the moment. So I think right now, at this particular juncture, we're trying to show you what we're talking about. LE's back to, LE's right at 217 right now. So they're trying to decide which way I want to push it from there. All right, let's see if we can connect to data here. All right, today's one of those days we're gonna have to be extra patient, extra careful. And I didn't save the workspace since I restarted here with Replicano. I had to go back and arranging here again on YM. I think we no possibility here we push lower. Yeah, so I'm selling here. 87 could be a place we go short. Stop would be at 27, which is about 40 ticks. We're gonna try sell stuff here at 87. Early is going higher now. Perfect sun. 87 below this candle here. We want to go short, and the stop will be up there. 27. So what would be a target? Target for the top of the overnight high. I mean the top of this box, the overnight high. So that would be where we go. And if this wouldn't work, just gonna wash our hands like punters. Call it the stream. All right, there we go. We're shorting. We're short now. Looks like there's nice little selling coming into the market here. Hopefully, I think below 53 here. I think below 53, we're gonna go break even. This might be a little premature, but we definitely could reduce it. What? Oh, okay. First of all, I was at no, my emergency stop was just 60 ticks on YM, but we can definitely reduce it to 40. We should expect a couple pullback bars here before we go lower, if we're gonna go lower, because this was almost like a breakout level. So we should see some kind of now below 53, below 55, below 55 here. We might be good to move our stuff to break even, or we can just give it 20 ticks instead of the 40 that we have it now. Let's see. And the sellers are still there. This is a matter of, okay, what I'll do is, we'll do a 07. Let's reduce always by 20 ticks, yeah. If we get back to 07, we're just risking 20 ticks at the moment. When you're trying to capture like a big move, like I'm trying to do right now, you definitely want to give it some room to move. And also, I like the fact that this happened that our target is right at a VWAP. So that could be just a magnet here for price to come back to VWAP. So between the first, I think we lost 73. It was 93, and our entry was at what was our entry? So we're selling off here. That's good. It's almost halfway to the target. So break even. So they're selling off nicely here. So we had break even. So if they come back and tag us at break even, hey, more power to them. But our entry was at 19 and we got out at 92. So 26 ticks, which was about 130. 130 plus the those are 60 we lost plus commissions. So down about a couple $100. But if this one does hit the target, we're looking at a good definitely nice turnaround. So again, we should expect some kind of pullback here. That's why we're not moving our stuff too aggressively yet. So if we were to, some of you probably, if you took that trade with me, you probably already had took out some of your profit, because we got to 300, which was halfway to the target. Let me know in the chat if you guys took this short or long. You did? Did you get out, or are you still in? Or you partially get out? Yeah. Today I'm only trading one contract. That's a challenge, trading one contract. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could have done that. Honestly, I should have really done that with YM too. With the YM, because I was thinking, if I trade NQ, I'll do micros, but I could have done the micros here and get half the position out, and get 150, because we got to 300, so we'll have got half the position out with 5 micros, but we got a good chance here to push lower. If we push lower here, we like the chances. So it looks like the seller's trying to get back in here. Trying to take back control. So 1034. One of the reasons we're fighting here, we had the initial balance mid, I think. Let's see where's my chart. There you go. We had the initial balance mid here. Let's go here. Make this a little bigger. Should make this a lot bigger. So we're at the mid here. So we should expect that kind of fight. So if we got a no low here, we got a chance to go on top of this. And the sellers, the order flow is showing bearish, some definitely bearish here. Once again, I think that long trade looking, it's not even hindsight. It's, to me at the moment, it looks like, hey, we're gonna break out. It's a Friday, they may push it higher, but also it's a Friday. People are gonna go home early. You know, it's 10:30, so people are probably gonna look at this too. Now they're trying to buy it again. Trying to buy right now, but I might be short-lived. This is 66. I think we should capture $100 in here at least. Pay for some of those commissions. We got in at 86. I thought we got in at 87. Got one tick slippage. Yeah, that's a chance of trading one contract. Just leave it right there because the buyers are trying to push this market higher, but they're not getting much success here. So far, not getting too much success here. Just gonna let this play out. After this, we'll have one more trade based on how things go here. Now, if it's a winner, we might wrap up for the day. But this one, being a break-even trade, if it were to be a break-even trade, it's almost like a winner to me. Not on paper, but you know what I mean. Jimmy's here. I didn't even realize Jimmy was here. Again, we should expect some kind of pullback here. Now, let's hope that we survive this pullback. As pullbacks are part of the market. If we get below 20, if we make a no low here, so we got a good chance we're going to go to the next level. But right now, we're just playing around here. So it looks like we want to go lower a little bit. So look at this. CL is going higher. GC, not so much. YM so far is the weakest of the four markets. From the reload the script here. There you go. From the time we open at 9:30, YM is kind of the strongest of the four markets. But as you can see, that's kind of waning down here. But from 5 p.m. yesterday, YM so far was showing that they were the strongest. The weakest. We're definitely experiencing some chop right now. Chop. Sure why. I think I may have the wrong template on here. It's not supposed to give me all this. I think here if we get taken out, we're gonna take a pause or may even call it a day. 10:40. Fridays are tough to trade. I don't think if you're trading any length of time, Fridays can be a little tough. Yeah, 5 ticks. So we got taken out break even here. Yeah, we got exactly 2. So that's 30 ticks. Now they want to go lower. Just watch it watch it go lower from here. This is crazy to see. Yeah, we got to take another short here. It's a high on this candle. I'm just curious to see what the high on this candle is. So one tick. LE here. LE looks like he wants to go higher. LE may not be a bad long over here. Wow. And on the, yeah, I wouldn't want LE to come back to this level here to go long. 92. So we're gonna have a buy limit for LE at 92. Or 95 to 16.95. They're still buying, so we're gonna stay away from that. So 16.95. If they come back here, we may try to buy LE here. So 16.95. That's where we would like to transact LE here. Let's see if the chat said anything. And now they're selling again. They really don't know what they want to do right now when they end it. With the end this, I'm gonna step away for one quick second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Put my video back here on YouTube. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're gonna come and get us here. It's approaching a resistance. Everything pointing higher. So we're gonna cancel this order. I think YM still have some room. I think to go to the downside here. Overnight low. I think to view our bounce is very, very likely. See if we can sell here at 44. Can we get back at 44 here? And our stop would be at 67. Yeah, I'm going to put 73, even 74. Too good at the moment. That'll be the last trade for the day here on the stream. I'll get ready anyway with my, see if we can get to the VWAP. We're not going to try to go for a full target here. See if we can get to the VWAP or leave it there. We're going to leave it at the full target. And when we get to the VWAP, we'll move our stop really tight at 24. If we were to get there, if we're fortunate to get there. 23. Yeah, looks like LE wants to pull back a little bit here. So if we can break up this bottom here, it would be, yeah, so looks like we wants to go lower, but it's just a matter, okay, we'll get tagged out here again. Connection lost. Which one lost connection? Okay, it's not the VPS. It's my regular computer. Let's disconnect the regular computer. We're seeing some selling here. This is a good sign for a position. Uh-oh. My whole Ninja on my regular computer just shut down. I'm just gonna leave it as it is. I'm not trying to try to. So no low here, 63, 64. Honestly, we should move to break even here. The way this day's been going, it's either they're gonna go here or they don't. All right, 44. We gotta break even. Once again, the way we're gonna manage this is, I'm gonna manage it. Is if we were to get to this VWAP, we're gonna move our stuff real tight. That way we'll get something out of this trade. You guys remember I was short at 86 up there. They came back and tagged me almost to the tick. You know, the Tramper stop. Looks like Tramper is not here anymore. Oh, he's still here. Oh, you back? Okay. You did leave. Okay. Got workers in their hours. In the house. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can break down here and go to the VWAP and we'll move our stop a little lower. Trying to capture 12, 14 ticks here. To me, it's like, it doesn't make any sense when we're trying to capture 120. Where's the 120 compared to the, I don't want to draw anything on this chart, on this, on the VPS here. So I'm going to have to restart my regular computer, my regular Ninja here. Let me do that. Yes, seems like it wants to go lower too, which is a good sign. Let's see what the average decline is telling me. Yeah, we're below this little channel right here. Below that, YM seems to be the weakest out of those, the four markets, the four indices. Could be maybe this time around. We'll see if we can get there. We'll see if this were to be a break-even trade. We're gonna walk away for the day because we don't want frustration to set in, and at least walk away for now. Take a couple hours off and look at it later, maybe. After this, I got a virtual meeting for my school daughter, 12-ish, 12:30, I think. So I gotta get off here anyway soon. And 50 could be a magnet number. They go and test 50 and go down, but hopefully that doesn't happen. They make a no low here, and everybody's gonna be happy. Yes, still on that channel here in the 1 minute. So we need some help from ES to go lower, but things happening here. ADD. Need some help here. Alright, let's see if I can start this Ninja on the still a slight red day. So if we were to get to break even here, so it's really very slight. We'll be buying again here, possibly. We got the Raptor bar, it's a yellow bar. So meaning indecision here, so fight between buyers and sellers. This could go either way. Obviously would like it to go lower. I mean, that's what's gonna happen. Anybody else got into this short with me? Got profit out. See that? That's trading for you. Basically took about the same trades. You're green and I'm red. Yeah, I'm holding for big moves. Yeah, that is true. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's where the difference lies. I'm holding for a bigger move, and yeah, you're taking profit along the way. I mean, if you're in multiple contracts, it definitely makes sense to do so. Take some profit along the way. But today, first 4 days of the week were really nice. Today being a Friday, we should expect some kind of those shenanigans right here. All right. Oh, look at Ellie. Look at what Ellie is. Remember how I wanted to buy Ellie at 92 and 95? Look at that. Again, I'm trading one contract at a time today, so can't touch Ellie right now. If they bust me out of this trade, I may take a long on that, but we did say this could be our last trade. Our quota is only 5 trades, but we took 4 trades so far, 2 losers. If this is a break even, it'll be 2 break evens. We connect on the, I think just stop for a second here. Alright, got stopped out. Thank YouTube, we out. I'm gonna be doing YouTube here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Actually, again, I only trade on you. I only stream on YouTube now 2 days a week, Mondays and Fridays. So we should. I wouldn't be surprised. This is a push higher to go lower, but I might just say, oh, we can keep going higher here. But Ellie is going lower. Okay. Yes, Docky, thank you so much. Happy weekend to you as well. So yes, YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna stop the streaming. God bless. Take care. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday on YouTube. Thanks. Bye bye.